Hi everyone, I am Professor Arkady, and today I'm going to talk about genetic engineering. First of all, let me ask you a question. What is the color of the rice?
Oh, Professor, I know. Rice are white.
Not necessarily. Rice could also be golden yellow, and today I'm going to talk about golden rice. I chose this topic because nowadays many people suffer from nutritional deficiencies. Since rice is a food that everyone eats throughout the world, we could use genetic engineering to add nutrients into rice. One of the nutrients that they lack is vitamin A, which can cause the loss of eyesight and even death.
This map shows where people that suffer vitamin A deficiencies, or the lack of vitamin A, are located at. Most people are located at Africa and Southeast Asia, which is poorer and less developed than other countries. Vitamin A is only found in yellow and orange vegetables and fruits, not in grains. But since rice is a large portion in their diets, scientists decided to use genetic engineering to let rice contain more vitamin A. So golden rice is a type of rice that can produce beta-carotene, or vitamin A. It would provide a more efficient solution to vitamin A deficiencies in poor rice-eating countries. This graph shows before and after people all around the world had ate 300 grams of golden rice. Notice that every country's vitamin A consumed amount have increased after they have started eating golden rice. I believe that this graph is overall reliable and doesn't favor one particular side, but still have some unconcerned parts. For example, this graph only includes adults, not children and elders. They would eat less rice each day compared to adults. So if golden rice doesn't provide enough vitamin A for adults, then obviously, children and elders also won't have enough vitamin A. This graph should also include people from different ages.
So Professor, how can we make golden rice?
Good question. Scientists use genetic engineering to create organisms with desired traits, in this case, rice that contains vitamin A. First, they will extract DNA from a common soil microorganism that contains a gene to make vitamin A. After that, they will use recombinant DNA technology, which is shown on textbook page 366, to insert a gene into a microorganism called agrobacteria. The recombinant plasmid DNA is then added into the agrobacteria. Then, the agrobacteria and the soil microorganism's DNA will be coated by a restriction enzyme into complementary DNA fragments so that the two fragments could join perfectly. Then, the two fragments are joined together by DNA ligase, which is an enzyme used to connect DNA together, creating a recombinant plasmid DNA, which contains a gene that can be used to produce vitamin A. Then, the agrobacteria will be added into a petri dish that contains rice embryos. The bacteria will insert this plasmid that contains a gene for production of vitamin A into the rice embryos. Then the rice embryos will eventually grow into golden rice. Are there any disadvantages of golden rice in other genetic engineering food products?
Yes, there are still many people who disagree with GMO plants. First of all, it affects the ecosystem's biodiversity. Golden rice have to self-pollinate in order to produce golden rice offsprings, but there are still some chances that it will cross-pollinate and contaminate naturally growing rice plants. This will cause some problems. We don't know the long-term effect of GMO plants. Although now that there isn't any problems in GMO plants, scientists can't guarantee that GMO plants are 100% safe. Later, if we found any problems in golden rice, it will be very difficult to clean up and recycle the golden rice because it had already spread its genetic information to other plants. Some people also argue that beta-carotene level may not be high enough to make an impact. From the previous graph, we could notice that it only provides 20% of an adult's daily vitamin A requirements around the world. Most countries' people still cannot absorb enough vitamin A every day by eating golden rice. Only Japan has crossed the daily requirements of vitamin A. Last but not least, there are still many alternatives in consuming vitamin A. One of the alternatives is to eat a balanced diet that has vegetables and fruits that contains beta-carotene. For example, 73 grams of dark green vegetable leaves or 78 grams of sweet potato leaves. There are still many benefits. The most important one is to lower the risk of blindness, infections, cancers, and other disease. Also, it can reduce gastrointestinal distress or uncomfortableness in your stomach and intestines, and reduce high blood pressure and high cholesterol, which many people have nowadays. This picture shows a brief history of the golden rice. In 1999, the first golden rice was made. Scientists extract genes from daffodils, a kind of flower that has the ability to make vitamin A. However, in 2005, scientists began to use genes from a common soil microorganism to make a second version of golden rice. It contains 20 times more beta-carotene than the 1999 version. From 2006 to 2010, scientists began breeding different versions of rice by using different kinds of Asian rice. Last, from 2010 to now, field tests have been used to ensure the safety of golden rice. Even now, golden rice still isn't good enough to be accepted by everyone, and scientists are trying to make golden rice better. In the future, scientists wish to improve the golden rice so that it could provide enough amount of vitamin A for everyone around the world. Also, in the future, golden rice should be widely produced so that it could reach every customer.
Okay, students, thank you for listening. Hope you have learned some things in the genetic engineering of golden rice.